My name is Marysia, I'm from Poland and I'm a video editor. So I've been born again all my life and I followed all the principles, and that was thanks to my dad because he taught me all the biblical principles. He taught me the ways of God, and I never, was in the world partying or doing crazy things just because I really seeked God's will for my life. I really wanted to know his heart, to please him, and I had that fear of God. And so I wanted to obey him as well as a daughter. So all the discipleship that happened in my life in this young age happened through my dad, and later through my stepmother, who is also born again. But for so many years, we were also a very broken family. There was a lot of hurt from the past, from the childhood. There was like a lot of drama. So how much I could really learn and receive from my dad if meanwhile we have those fights and we can't always understand each other, and that hurt is still operating in us. So it wasn't always easy. But the thing is, in churches where I was, and as a teenager, as a child, I never had any friends. In churches, I just saw these closed groups of young guys, it felt like they already know each other, and then I'm coming as a new person to the group and no one is really open to speak to me. So there wasn't really a discipleship outside of my family. Then somehow I ended up in England and I realized my dad will not drive me to church anymore. No one will wake me up on Sunday anymore. It has to be my decision. Do I do this life with God or without? And I remember one Sunday I decided, you know what, I am by myself in this country, but I am deciding to do my life with God. And therefore I linked online to church in Warsaw. I was very consistent with that. And then I found myself in another church in London as well. But again, I didn't really feel like I'm very connected with that people. It wasn't just like heart-to-heart relationship. And then my now husband came to London and we decided that we're gonna look for a church together. And he literally searched in the internet Christian Revival Church because we were looking for a Christian revival church in London. And that name came up and we went there. And I still remember that first service when Pastor Thabo preached deeper message that we are blessed to be a blessing for people. And I was like, wow, his heart is so pure. And it's in line with what my dad taught me. So because I felt so alive after that message, I decided to come back. I wasn't maybe super open to exchange number when someone invited me for homecells, but I knew I want to come back to hear more of that message. So next time when we came back, one of the pastors stopped us and we just had a brief chat. Just when he found out that we are from Poland, Pastor Sylvia was passing by and we were introduced to her. She and her husband, Pastor Michał, they are now building church in Poland, but back then they were leaders in CRC London. And as I started speaking with her, my heart just opened and I was ready to share my whole life with her. It was amazing because it was so easygoing. It was so nice to speak with her and I felt like this conversation is very genuine. And right after that, we were introduced to Pastor Michał, and I loved both of them straight away. After that, they invited me to homecell, and I remember it was very spirit-led because my nature didn't want to be with strangers, but my spirit became alive, woke up and was on fire and was hungry to find out more and to be closer to them. I attended that homecell. Next Saturday, I was sleeping over in their house. And from that, I was just planted in CRC. Those connections were really real and life-changing because Pastor Sylvia was the first one who challenged me also on the mindset of serving in church, because I thought that to serve in church, you need to fall from heaven, be holy, or at least have this conviction in your heart that you are called for full-time ministry. But because I was now in discipleship process, I was explained that wherever you are in your season, you can already start developing and learning that servanthood heart which I don't think I ever had a chance to develop and even like understand. And that's how I ended up in media team, from this discipleship process where my character started changing and shaping, and I became more mature in character of Christ because I always knew his principles, but I was, still selfish, still rude, still didn't have that heart for people. And that process of changing my heart really and healing my heart as well from past traumas and dramas that only started here with real family now and with like real discipleship. And I'm just in awe because all of that led me to a place where now God also revealed to me more of my calling, and now I can really develop that in church, and I can also use that in church. And then to see so many people being born again and saved and really touched in their spirit, but the creative work that we are doing, that's an amazing reward. I'm very grateful to Pastor Michał and Pastor Sylvia for becoming my family. But not only that, I'm thankful and grateful for Pastor Thabo's word and his heart for the lost, his heart for the church, and still being so humble. And for that uncompromising word that he delivers every Sunday that doesn't keep me in one place, but helps me to become a woman, become a more mature person in Christ, in life as well. And also, if not for people in CRC faithfully giving to that vision, we wouldn't be able, to keep coming back to this place where God's presence really dwells. Also, we wouldn't be able to create these amazing productions and really have an expansion in every area of the church life. Planting new churches in Poland, in Lisbon, is just great to have that purpose and to see that your contribution really is a part of something bigger than yourself.
If you've been moved by this testimony or would like to support CRC in their mission to impact the UK and Europe with the gospel, you can easily contribute by scanning the QR code provided or by visiting our website. Your partnership with CRC is invaluable in spreading the message of hope and faith. Thank you for supporting this worthy cause. If you've watched this and you find yourself in need of support in a specific area, or you would like to know about Jesus Christ, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by sending us an email at info@crclondon.com, or you can visit our website to find out more information. We're here to help you in your journey.